So welcome to the UK News today. Today we have news that it's the best I have felt my whole life. Max 9 tells delayed after life-saving heart transplant. After waiting months for an organ donor, the 9-year-old finally had the operation that puts an end to a crippling cardiac illness leading to him being rushed to the hospital last December. Emerson beamed with joy after being given a new chance at life with his new heart. Beaming with joy, Max Jackson flings his arms in the air as he tells how his heart transplant has given him an amazing new lease of life. After waiting months for an organ donor, the 9-year-old finally had the operation that puts an end to the crippling cardiac illness that led to him being rushed to hospital last December. Sitting in his private hospital room, when the mirror was allowed to special access, delighted Max declared, "It is the best I have felt in my whole life. I just love the way I feel. Take the whole of my heart to warm up and cool down if I exercise. It is really weird walking around without holding something with my tubes on. I'm looking forward to see my friends and go back to school." Pointing the 6-inch scare on his chest, he said, "It just feels amazing." It's come only weeks after celebrating ill Max age Theresa May to back the mirrors change the law of life champion, where one is considered an organ donor unless they are opt out. And he is calling on MP to back Max's law. The private members bill set up in his name. With Charles' plain logic, he said, "I hope they do bring it in. I don't think people will say no. It is going to help save lives. Why would MP say no?" Max overjoyed parents Paul and Emma Jackson praised the medical team at the Newcastle Freeman Hospital who carried out the 9-hour transplant in the past few weeks, as well as the donor's selfless family. Market research Emma, 47, who has spent 8 months traveling from her home in Windsor, casual to be at her Sunside, said, "I feel like there have been 3 miracles. There is a miracle of keeping Max alive on his heart pump before or the op. 2 years ago, they did not exist, and he would not have been here. The second is the heart transplant itself, and the fact he is recovering so well. Touch wood. The third is a family who said, should go on donation. This all hinges on the family having courage to say yes to save Max's life." The first, the most difficult circumstances, I will never forget it. That is definitely a miracle, said Max. Civil servant Paul, 44, also paid a tribute to the surgical and medical teams looking after her son. He said, "They are amazing. Even the scar is tiny." Max almost had a transplant the same week as this one. The heart was viable. There came news he and Paul's brother Henry, 12, had been waiting for another organ had been found. His mom said, "It is hard to describe the real Max wait month, then offers 2 hearts with a week. They did not know the transplant would go ahead until the Max was well into street. But when the moment came, he got a shoot from his brother, post for a photo and told his parents, "I loved you. See you in 2 days." Emma told how Max was allowed to leave a ward for the first time to turn the first waiter's Scott house home from home, provided by the Children Trust. She said, "We were hiding under the bed and should love me candle-like wood at home. I kept grabbing his checks because they are so rusty." An X-ray of his heart before the transplant showed how enlarged it had become due to the dilated cardiomyopathy he suffered. It looks like the whole cloud beneath his ribs, so big and has been rushed to his chest bone forward. Because of his poor calculation, the youngster suffered both eyesight and tummy problems. But they have since disappeared, doctors say. He will probably feel so bad because he has been ill for so long. He cannot remember what it was like to be well. Mac has a ward clothing place for how-clothed school and does to the infection where he is on drug to ensure his body does not reject new organ. But he is already on the road to recover. With a skin cheek, hair, appetite, and new fitness regime, which has already been in. He see him jogging on a running machine in hospital gym. Mac must remain on drugs to protect his heart for the rest of his life. Mac's parents believe the Mirror campaign has made a difference to their quest of the new organ, and they have want to carry on supporting it. Emma said, "The donor family may have heard our story and has done so much to raise awareness." Freeman's doctor of heart and lung transplantation of Israel appealed for more donors. He said nearly 20% of children die because of the lack of donor organs. We hope raising awareness can help change this. Now it's time for England and NE to embrace opt-out. Only for EU nations, Germany, Holland, England, Netherlands, Ireland, do not have an opt-out organ donor system. The scheme has resulted in a rise in the number of transplants since it was introduced there, and Scotland is out of it. This week, the Republic of Ireland became the latest country to introduce the model. Health Minister Simon Henry's pledge put in place the best scheme to ensure the maximum organ donation. He said, "We are encouraging criticism to have the conversation with loved ones to make organ donation the norm." The new Mirror is calling on all England and Netherlands, Ireland to follow suit. More than 11,300 people have backed our petition calling to Theresa May make it the law. 1,000 more signed organ donor register after reading our first story on the plight of 9-year-old Max in June. And when the ailment intends to look at the success of the system in Wales with a view to introducing it. The Welsh government is confident it will notch 25% increase in the number of donors. For more information, just visit www.organdonation.co.uk and sign our petition at mirror.com.uk. Thanks you very much for listening to the KUK News today. I hope you enjoyed this news. Please subscribe our channels to get more news. Thank you.